Hello everybody, thank you very much for joining me today for another Twilight Zone video in my Twilight Zone ranking series where I rank every episode of the original Twilight Zone from my least favorite to my favorite. Today I'm going to be talking about number 132 on the list, 4 O'Clock, written by Rod Serling and directed by Lamont Johnson. This is a season 3 episode, and as always there will be episode spoilers. So this one's about a man named Oliver Krangle who wants to rid the world of evil. He comes up with a plan that at 4 o'clock he's somehow going to shrink all the bad people in the world, or at least the people that he doesn't like. In other words, they don't agree with his thoughts or the way that he thinks and likes to do things. There's no explanation given as to how this guy's going to do this, but that doesn't bother me. The episode doesn't need to explain that. So the reason to me that 4 O'Clock is an average episode is because Theodore Bikel gives a great performance. It's way over the top, but it's compelling and fun to watch. And I think considering the average writing he was given to work with here, he does a great job. It's not a one-man show, as there are people that visit his apartment, but he's definitely a standout. There's also a parrot that calls him a nut that's very, very entertaining to watch. And, I enjoyed watching the parrot as well. There is a lesson as well to 4 O'Clock where even if you disagree with how others live, you can take it too far and too seriously. I mean, this guy Oliver actually tries to destroy people. He has files on different people. This must have taken him months or years to get all this information, and it's quite bizarre to watch. This guy's definitely extreme and probably a little off as well. The whole thing is just so bizarre that it's kind of interesting to watch. However, there are problems with this episode. The character of Oliver Krangle is very one-note. There's no complexity to him at all. He just complains about other people the whole episode, about how they're bad, and he's going to take care of them and things like that. Also, the characters that come to visit the apartment really aren't very interesting at all. It feels like they're there just so Oliver can complain to a person and not just complain to the parrot for the whole episode. Also, the ending is very predictable. You could see it coming halfway through the episode, where of course Oliver shrinks at 4 o'clock instead of all these other people that he thinks are going to shrink, and it's just not that convincing either. It's if the ending had been better, I think this episode would have been stronger. The ending message works. I just thought the execution of it could have been done a lot better. So, Theodore Bikel is very entertaining, and, the parrot's pretty interesting as well. So it's a watchable episode with a solid message, but it is a bit too one-note, and it kind of drags on a little bit. So 4 O'Clock just ranks here at number 132 for me on the list. Next up will be 131. As always, feel free to leave me a comment on how you feel about this episode, and thank you very much for watching.